Welcome to Touching Bases podcast. We're live. I'm your host, Chad C. If you're on YouTube, follow on Spotify and get your exclusive preview content on Instagram. I'm joined by Gavin Height and Chad from the UpWest Sports podcast. A nice little PNW fam in the building. I am obviously not super happy and smiling and grinning today. I felt like the Yankees today. Yeah, maybe they just got out of their system, but we were talking beforehand. I personally believe we should just trade stadiums, and then we will see the same teams in the playoffs every single year. We do great in Toronto; they do great in Seattle. If we tally that up as away games are always a win, we're still in the running to go to the World Series, I guess. Right? That's positive.
Yeah, 4 games on the road. So I'm okay with that as where it stands, but you got 3 home games right now. You got to capitalize on at least 2 of them.
Guys, this is baseball though, and this is Mariners baseball. Like I just talking to buddies tonight, I got a couple phone calls. Like, how you feeling? How's the rest of the series gonna go? Like, we got Mad Max tomorrow. Like, how are we gonna do? I'm like, guys. When has it been easy for Mariners baseball? When have we swept a team in playoffs that way? And I just want to tell them, giddy up, let's go. We got the Rock going tomorrow. I'm not nervous yet. Did I say we're gonna sweep it? No chance. Who sweeps the ALCS? Who sweeps that? I don't know. And you're playing
Dodgers.
a very well, you're talking about a team that loads up huge salary. They buy their playoffs. We're talking about a number 15 payroll in baseball. So the way I look at it, we're fine. And I don't want to overreact. We're playing a game that is the most difficult game out of any major sport. So and everybody has the same thing on the line, right? It's like we're all playing for the same thing. So all I have to say is relax. Aaron Rodgers, relax.
Tranquilo.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little concerning when the Blue Jays fan base. I was on Jim Riley live last night, and or maybe it was the other night, but it's their biggest concern was Kirby, and then this is what they do to Kirby. As far as I know, Justin Havens from BID, he made a post. His postseason start, joining C.J. Wilson in the 2011 ALDS Game 1, Josh Beckett in the 2008 ALCS Game 2, and Matt Clement in 2005 ALDS Game 1. So joining in an elite group of failures for the postseason, unfortunately, and it's weird to have his name among those guys because I am still waiting for my video to upload that I recorded earlier, talking about the changes he's made this season that's made him successful. His arm slot dropping down to 29 degrees versus 36 degrees. The similarities between that. Similar pitchers like Joe Ryan are throwing like that. Paul Skeens are throwing like that arm slot. And they're dominant. And then you come into today and the first inning, I was about this. And the second inning, third inning, oh shit. Did I cut out?
No, you're good, man. All I have to say is it's tough with Kirby because when he started his career with the Mariners, and you saw that first start too. Gavin, you remember this too, and I'm sure Chad, you remember this. It's all of his buddies from his high school team were there, and they talked about how he was nails in their playoff game, and you expected him to go in to play well, and he didn't. And you look at what did he do wrong? He was living in the middle of the plate, where he was effective. You saw him get strikeouts early in the game. He was dicing the corners, but where he gave up the long ball, he gave up those doubles, he gave up those just hard hit balls. He was living in the middle of the plate there, and I guarantee he was just missing pitches.
Yeah, I got to capitalize on that as well. You see what's been working for the pitching staff lately, and it's been sinkers low. Guys just living middle and low, and then timely going upstairs. When they have to and everything. When you live middle and you try and live middle and up against a team that has been doing very well and just had success, you kind of get today. And unfortunately, George Kirby was the recipe for that team. For him to be successful today, I think he had to kind of piggyback off of what Bryce Miller was doing. Try and go low with your pitches. I don't always say to do that, but that was kind of the recipe for attacking these guys if you're going to live in the zone. However, George Kirby, we know he's going to live in the zone. That's just what he does. So if you're going to live in the zone, you got to try and you got to be down with it, I guess is the best way to put it. But today, and I got to give credit to Toronto and their offense for showing up and probably going to the drawing board and just, trying to make those changes and understanding how real of a possibility they could be eliminated if they don't start figuring it out soon. So I got to give props to them. They went back to the drawing board and made changes because once they started hitting, it was contagious. It doesn't matter where you pitch now; everything was being hit. They were bought into whatever strategy that they talked about, pregame or yesterday with the day off.
Yeah, kind of saw it right on the wall too early when Jimenez hit that home run. It just you saw that left the ball up, middle of the plate up, and just took it out. And
I feel like if Jimenez hits a home run, the game's over. Like that means like, oh God, something weird is happening here. Like this guy can't.
Dude, number 9 hitter for Blue Jays is going 3 for 5.
Yeah. Yeah, and then of course,
wrong.
I predicted Vladdy was probably going to go off. I know he loves batting in Seattle. He's like a polar opposite of Teoscar Hernandez. He won the home run derby here. Like I was not surprised that he was going to go off. I just wish the entire team didn't do the exact same thing. And then we still put what was the final score? Is like 13-6 or something.
13-4.
13-4 okay. With the two late inning home runs. Yeah.
Yeah. If you actually have, if you actually had your team performing the way it normally, your pitching staff, I should say, then that's a win because the team ERA is like under 3.
We gave up 5 runs in the third. We gave up 4 runs in the 6th.
Yeah. They just fed off of it.
That's not good baseball.
Also,
I'm okay with scattering some runs. Like
not
you have to feel confidence about this offense, but we didn't give ourselves a chance.
Yeah, just not a ton to like write home about offensively, but I do have to give a shout out, just a little happy nugget. Harry Ford got a base hit there at the end. I believe it was 107.5 off the bat, I think is what the official reading was. Got to give a shout out to him. Glad he actually got in the game. Glad Dan went that route. I was hoping with the score it was that it was the other day that he was going to get into that game. I'd like to see more of Harry Ford. Now it's too late to kind of dive into that. But I would have liked to have seen more of Harry Ford towards the end of the season if you are elevating his role next year to being a backup catcher or getting 300 plus at bats at the major league level. So I would have liked to see that. However, he's getting his opportunity and he nailed it.
I'm kind of in the group of let's just put him where Canzone is, because like the offensive production for Canzone is terrible, and plus he's fast as molasses out in the field. So why not just have? Harry Ford plays everywhere. Just catcher is what makes his value tick up so much. He can play left field. He can play the infield if you want him to, and you can just convert him to that and then sell him as that product. That's what makes him so valuable for organizations. So just swap him out for Canzone. When was the last time Canzone got a hit? I don't think he's gotten a hit at all.
He's 2 for 15 probably on the playoffs this year. He's not doing great.
That was in Detroit though when he got those hits.
I think it was that
we're talking about
4-hole.
Yeah, it's been tough for Canzone, but I have to give like the last 2 at bats for him. He put the barrel on the ball. He was just in front of it. He just fouled it off. It was just tough to see. Like, I feel like he was on it. I feel like he's pressing a little bit. But I'm in your camp, Chad. Like, I feel like, Harry put together a good at bat there. Like, maybe give him an opportunity next game. Like, he proved that in a big moment. I don't know what you want to call that, a big moment, but on a big stage,
Yeah, big
he
stage for sure.
Elevated.
he
Yeah.
put together a good at bat, and he put the ball in a right center field, and it was a good. It was a good hit.
Yeah.
And just for reference, it was that 9-3 loss against Detroit, which was the last hit that Dom Kenzone had. It was that single through the 4-hole, and that's we haven't seen anything since.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, okay, I get the whole like. I mean, we have people stacking 6 shoes on their heads in the crowd, so I get like juju and all that stuff. I mean, I'm wearing this hat today for the first time instead of my postseason like Mariner cream uniform hat. I think that's my fault, so I take the blame for this loss. But also, like maybe Dan Wilson's also in that vibe of like it's been the same lineup every game, right? I mean, did they switch anything? They moved Polanco. I think it's the same. It's like, all right, now we lost, and not like by a little. We just got, as the title of this says, they unloaded on us and they destroyed us. Let's throw Harry out there. Like if Cole Young was proving himself pretty well at the end of the season, then maybe he would be a good idea to throw out there. He wasn't though. So hey, Harry Ford, give him a chance. Leo's been clutch. Granted, I don't know if I would put him in the outfield. So let's do something.
Yeah, I also want to incorporate more Leo. Leo Rivas. I think he's been clutch down the stretch as we've needed him later in the season. Also, he had his happy birthday hit that he brought around that run that made sure that game went 15 innings. But there's definitely other options currently. I love Don Kenzone. I would like to see him as a Mariner going forward, but right now you have to try and win games, and you got to roll with what's hot, especially in the postseason.
Do you guys feel like we left Kirby in there for too long?
When do you take him out? I mean, when do you take him out?
There was a certain time in the third where he gave up that, what was it, like a leadoff home run? Or like the second at bat to Springer, I think, hit a home run. Just going memory banks. It's tough to witness, but I just feel like there was a certain time in the third inning or fourth inning where we could have like minimized the runs scored, and we left him through the fifth. Like, right? Like, am I wrong there? There was a time where we could have like taken him out. We could have saved 3 runs. Maybe we could have changed the trajectory of, I think, just the attitude of the team. Like, right, we go up. We were down 8-2 in going into the 6th. So it's like, it's one of those things that you like look at. It's hard to see, but I just keep thinking about like, and maybe it's just they had a plan, right? Like
how much of your bullpen
threw
do you
a lot
burn?
of pitchers out there the last couple games,
and
so they're like, well, Kirby, you're the guy. You got to give us 6 innings. And this is your job. You got to get us to the 6th, no matter what, because we got to get guys fresh. That's just my thought, maybe. But
I mean, in hindsight, it's 2020. The bullpen didn't really do much better.
Well, who did they throw out? Ferguson? I don't know.
Like they threw out our worst option.
Ferguson, Luke Jackson.
Yeah,
I thought we would see little Leo.
How did Luke do? Because I stepped out around that time. I was just like, all right, whatever.
2 innings, 1 earned run. 1 strikeout. He was fine, but it was late in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just,
I don't know. It's one of those.
There is 2 ways that you could have gone about that, and yet one's, I guess, prioritizing your bullpen, understanding that this game is starting to get out of hand. The other one is pulling early. Like the postseason is polar opposites. You're either pulling early or you're letting guys ride it to 7-8 innings. Traditionally, in 2025, sometimes you get the middles, but for the most part, you get those polarizing games. And so you could have made that decision in the third, but you would have had to Johnny Holstaff it and really ask your offense to kind of figure it out. Because, I mean, obviously we put in some of those guys. Granted, it was Ferguson, it was some of those guys, but you would have had to lean on some of them because you would have needed to make up 6 innings. So I think you would have still, unfortunately, been unloaded on from a Blue Jays offensive standpoint. You would have really still had to burn through your bullpen. I think it would have set you up a little bit better, but I don't think it would have been worth it now that I think about it. Now we got everybody healthy, everybody was ready to go for tomorrow. And we got 3 games back to back. So now we got our staff ready to go for the next 2 games. And this is what I think this is what we all love about baseball. Tomorrow's a new day, and you could lose. You can win 10 to whatever, just a couple days ago, and you can lose this game 13-4, and then come back tomorrow and win 2-1. That's what we love about baseball. Tomorrow's a new day. It's the most parity in any sport that I can think of. So yeah, that's it. Tomorrow's a new day. That's kind of where my mentality is at.
We could have the roof closed and then the ball actually travel a little bit farther for our guys. I don't know if it'll help us in the long run. And Blue Jays are hitting in the same way, especially Andres Jimenez. But yeah, there's another positive I guess we can throw out there since we're being so chipper, as you can hear in my voice. So Francis Romero tweeted out, is Randy Rosarena just tied Yordan Alvarez with 12 home runs, the most by a Cuban-born player in the postseason history. So nice little nug
it's
there
nice
too.
to see his bat come alive because he's been a little quiet this.
Oh, that's all we're gonna get. But yeah,
you think so?
It's been. I don't understand it because look at his swing. His swing is a 100% power, 5% contact. Like he is swinging to hit home runs because it worked for him in 2021, and I don't see it work.
Do you think it's just pressing?
Yeah, he's just trying to make up. He's trying to relive what he did before, but like, and that's the thing. That's the problem is that when it happens, and it didn't matter when he hit that, it like, I feel like that just makes it concrete in his mind that like, yep, see, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I'm going to keep doing. And it's like, oh shit, dude. Like I would, you know what? If you can make contact, that'd be great because he has plenty of power. We all know he does. He doesn't even need to swing as hard as he does to make it go. In fact, the swing that he used the swing that he performed out there when he hit that home run, that was not one of his like extreme swings. Like that was one of those, behind in the count, like I kind of got to be a little bit more careful here versus like first pitch, first strike.
They're for top of the ball, just trying to get a base hit.
And his head's looking into the other dugout. And it's like, even the slow motion, you could see him stay on that ball where you're able to hit it. And granted, it's like the way he did his like, I don't want to say a bat toss, but the way he walked that off, it was like, he was like, yeah, like that's what I was going for. Like finally happened. And it's just kind of like reassuring everybody like that. Yeah, this is what I've been trying to do. But it's like, dude, we need you to do that like all the time or just hit doubles all the time. And that would be great. And I would like to see Naylor also maybe hit a little bit more. He's kind of cooled off, but I also know that I think he's dealing with like an injury right now. And he's trying to push through it.
I think so too.
Which sucks because Santander's battling a hernia or back spasm or something, and well,
still
that
there
went
doing his thing. The other thing I noticed too, we were talking about George Kirby earlier in his pitch selection. Obviously, he loves living middle or missing middle. And if there's one guy you just cannot do that to, it's George Springer. He got I can't say he got lucky, but I think he just straight up beat him that first at bat. And then threw him another, I want to say it was a first pitch fastball. It might have been a second pitch. You cannot do that. He's one of I think he leads most, leadoff home runs, or he's in that category, or he's at least very north in that category. He's hunting that first pitch fastball. And that's one thing that you had to go into that game, at least understanding if you did it the first time, you can't go forward and do that again. You got to go at least off speed, some degree, or go fastball out of the zone. So I did notice that when Springer hit his home run, I was like, ooh, yeah, you can't. You got away with it the first time. You can't do that again. That was just one thing I wanted to talk about. I guess kind of relaying back to Kirby as we were talking about home runs from the Blue Jays.
Are you guys looking forward to the strike zone to be implemented, like the electronic strike zone? Because when I watched Randy's at bat in the second inning. It was called strike 2. It was 2 inches off the plate. And then he pressed on that strike 3 swing and miss. And there was multiple at bats the next couple innings where I saw that. And you go back to the game prior, it was the worst called game by an umpire since 1970. Like the stats showed. And I'm starting to like just get a little frustrated by like, can we just get like a real strike zone sometimes? I don't know.
Can we get some umpires that are actually made for this? Because like all the ALDS and CS games have been horrific, like you're saying. It was 27 missed calls the first game and 24 missed calls the second game. It's like that's a lot of missed calls, dude. Like that's at least what 3 an inning, 4, 6 inning. I'm not mathing right now, but that's enough for people to be like, what?
And that's what makes me nervous about the Rock going tomorrow. It's like he lives off the corners. He'll throw a lot of pitches every inning. Like I could see tomorrow him only going.
That's a positive. They've been missing outside the zone mostly.
Yeah.
So they've been calling him.
I get nervous where he could be throwing a lot of pitches and out by the 5th tomorrow. But luckily our bullpen's very healthy and ready to rock. Like nobody's been wasted.
Yeah, and, not the important ones.
The Blue Jays don't have a bullpen, in my opinion. So.
No, they don't, and that's the problem. I don't know how the strikeouts have got to like stop, because if we were to win this and actually make it to the World Series, you're going up against Glasnow, Blake Snell, who just had a career game, Yamamoto, who just had a career game. You have Shohei Ohtani, who I don't think we faced. I didn't watch the last series. No. Good luck. And then you, I don't know. Are they rocking a number 5? I can't remember.
No. Is Sheehan
just those 4?
You don't need I know Sheehan was involved in some capacity. I can't remember if he ended up getting a start or if he ended up coming out of long relief in one.
Yeah,
of those games.
I'm not sure.
But he's also dirty. He's also nasty.
He's gone to their back end of the road.
Yeah, he's their closer. He's their closer. Although upside that game against the Brewers, he almost blew it. So it's I don't know. I'm just guessing that the Dodgers are going to make it, because it seems like it's always going their way. Like everything seemed to be going their way the last 2 games. Even to a point where they throw at the batter, he gets out of the way, and if he just let it hit him, they would have tied the game. And it didn't happen. So, and then it's a swinging strike that's like at the guy's head. So, I just think the strikeouts need to be cut out, because right now, like tonight, we looked like the Yankees. Like there was home runs. Don't get me wrong. Like, and that was a Yankee thing, but you gave up 13 runs. Like that's absurdly high amount of runs.
10 of them in 2 innings.
In a CS, like no, that cannot happen unless your pitcher got hurt and you threw in your weak bullpen because you're already down by like 9 or whatever. I don't even know. Like there's no excuse for that.
Yeah. How about this? Can't happen again. I'm glass half full guy.
Can't happen again. I wanted to also kind of take I guess just to kind of call it what it is. Diamondbacks. Blue Jays went back to the drawing board. Yeah, we're in 2023.
Other side of the country. Yeah,
we're in 2023. But the Blue Jays went back to the drawing board and they made those changes. So now it's up to this coaching staff to kind of do the same. Seitzer and Edgar Martinez. What's their game plan for tomorrow? How are they going to, is there video review? I'm very curious. Would love to be a fly on the wall in those conversations and just in the approach, especially with a Grizzly vet like Max Scherzer, who I am a huge Max Scherzer fan. And at this point in his career, I'm hoping we get the best of that area. I hope we hit, what we've seen this past year, but at the same time, guys can show up in the postseason, and that's just how some veterans operate. And if Mad Max has shown us anything, it's he usually shows up in the postseason or at some point in the postseason. So I'm hoping that whatever they can do, they can go back to the drawing board, figure out that strategy, and come tomorrow with the same game plan, or at least a better game plan than what they had today, or just that same game plan that the Blue Jays did to help prepare against Kirby.
I hope they just pull up a deep scouting report of what happened today and realize like those are not the areas that they like. I feel like they just saw everything coming. I mean, at the plate, I don't know if there's really much of a game plan. I just need to focus on locating and knowing where to throw to some of these batters, because it's just, I mean, especially Vladdy and Springer, like it's just you just got to know how to pitch them. And honestly, like I am not going to be happy if we go 2-2, because even if we're going back to Toronto eventually, it's just not. We need some comfort, because I'm not doing a game 7. I'm not doing a game 6. I'm just not. We're not playing that game, because if we are actually going to go to a World Series for the first time ever, we can't have 1 day rest with a plane that's probably going to get delayed again going into the next series.
Oh, it's going to 15 innings on game 7.
Yeah.
You just spoke that one into existence.
I was there. All right. I was tired. Like it was a long day.
What is easy for the Mariners in their tenure since
in their history
1979?
Maybe we need to change that narrative. Maybe this is the year that we actually do change that narrative. I don't know.
Manager firings. I don't know. They do that pretty often. Maybe they don't go in free agency. So trades. They're really good at trade. That comes easy. Trades.
Maybe sign one of the guys we traded for, Josh Naylor. I feel like he's a good player.
Yeah, I'm hoping we do, and that's another thing that I kind of brought up with Colby Patnode. I don't know if you guys know him. Is like the topic is interesting when it comes to Josh Naylor, because it's like, okay, what is the threshold that basically puts him into a position where we offer him a fair amount of money, or let's just say more than what anybody else would get, because Stanton's cheap, that would persuade him to stay? Like, does that mean a World Series appearance where he's like, we're here, we got this, as long as we're retaining the core group, we're good? I'm telling you right now, Suarez is not staying. We're not going to offer him a qualifying offer for his production in the second half, which is, he can't hit here. He's a Teoscar 2.0. And that's obvious at this point. But retaining Naylor, retaining Polanco, like, how deep you go in this postseason could really decide whether or not they want to stick around. Because, you can maybe maximize and add more money, but there's a lot of second basemen that are going to be available next year, or at least this coming off season, and there's going to be a lot of options for first baseman.
Timeout. I don't want to talk about next year. I want to talk about this year.
Like, well, yeah, true. I'm just saying, like, I'm in this moment now, like where we are this year. Like, what do you think we've made it enough to where he's like, yeah, I want to stay in Seattle, I want to extend with you guys, versus go out on the free agent market, which seems like a no-brainer option from every single person out there when it comes to free agency. But it's like, dude, you got traded to this team and look how far you made it. Like, you could actually be thriving and be a good player here, and he's young enough. It doesn't have to be a 6-year contract. It can be 4, and then he can basically Kyle Schwarber it and make a ton of money somewhere else if the team falls on its face in future years. But this moment right now could be a retention opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, you got Pete Alonso entering free agency. So if I'm Naylor, I'm looking for a 4-year deal with like a 5th year like incentive-laden deal. Like that gets me 5 years, 100 million type thing.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a little outrageous, because considering like first basemen haven't been paid very well.
Spotrac says that officially today. Spotrac said that Pete Alonso is projected to get 6 years, 177.
And he won 7 years, and he wanted that money last year and he didn't get it. Why?
Yeah.
Because people don't want to pay first basemen that only hit home runs. Don't hit for average, where Naylor hits for average, though. And he can get you 20 home runs.
Yeah, he can get you 20, but he's not going to get you 35, 40. And you are going to get the defensive skill there, but at the same time, he also stole 30 bucks. So I guess his value's there. But I'm just saying, like, generally, if you're looking at Seattle,
8 in his first 5 games in Seattle.
Yeah, exactly.
11 in 10 games. It was tied with Chandler Simpson as like the most in that span. It was crazy.
Yeah, 30. I think it was it. Or whatever it was.
11 in 10 games. Is
11 in 10 games,
yeah. It was unreal. And him and Chandler Simpson are the only 2 people that do that. Unreal.
Yeah. We should have traded for him.
Trust me. I got a lot of kickback from Rays fans because I threw out how much I loved Chandler Simpson. I really wanted this guy a part of our program. I talk college too much.
Yeah, our program.
Our program. It's fine. I pay the money. You know,
our scholarships for our players.
I got NIL money invested.
Hell yeah.
So I really like Chandler Simpson. And that was one of the guys I was pounding the table for. And Rays fans were like, "You don't touch him. That's our guy." Yeah. I was like, "Okay, fair enough."
It's very weird though, because they sent him back down to AAA midseason, and he was like the hottest guy on the Curtis Mead or something.
Yeah, it was Curtis Mead or one of their other outfielders that came back from an injury, and then they finally brought him back. And the guy's a 300 hitter. The guy's a 300 hitter. He's going to steal 60+ bags a year, or on par for 60+ bags a year.
Yeah.
He's not going to hit any home runs. If he does, he hits 1 or 2.
I don't care. I don't need home runs if you're getting on base so much as he is and then stealing bags.
The guy does one thing extremely well, and I'll take it.
Yeah.
He does what Luis kind of on the same track as Luis Ariz, but he can also steal bags. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's fast. He's fast versus and he's good defensively. There's a lot of things about Luis Ariz that I lost profit in, or not profit, but like what's the word? Value.
Value.
I just kind of I'm like, shit. Like, you can get the same average out of Josh Naylor, and then you can also get like the defensive aspect from Naylor that Ariz does not have. And also, ironically, not really speed, but I would say base running IQ, because
and
he's not fast.
I have seen. I think he actually had like pretty low defensive WAR. I think his routes, from what I've seen, he's super fast, but I think his routes kind of mess it up a little bit, like Rosarena does. Like, he doesn't take the best routes. So I think defensively he can get better. However, he's not. I would rather trust that than Randy Rosarena, out in left field, a guy that's just like that fast.
Yeah.
I just look at
you got something. There you go.
I just look at comparing like Josh Naylor and Pete Alonso. It's just obviously the power is elite, but you have stolen bases, you have average, and you have OBP in Josh Naylor's favor.
You have consistency in Naylor.
You have to look at like, what does the team look long term? Obviously, you might lose Gino Suarez after the season.
Hopefully,
maybe you lose Polanco, and you have Ryan Bliss coming back next year. You have Cole Emerson coming into the lineup most likely by midseason.
Yeah.
So
hopefully,
do you go Pete Alonso because you need some home runs back in the lineup? Because after next season, you're going to lose Randy Rosarena. You're not going to extend him.
Mm-mm.
So maybe
you trade for Simpson.
Well, trade for Simpson. Let's do that little buyback. We'll just
put Randy back. Yeah.
I just gave you an alternative universe of what maybe next year could look like. I want to stop talking about next year.
But I don't want
to talk about tomorrow's game.
I only brought up Alonso because like what they're projecting him to earn is affordable. Like, the Mariners could afford that contract if they really wanted to.
For sure.
But I don't want him. So, and there's no way that Naylor's going to cost more. There's no way. So
and
there's no excuse to not sign him.
Bregman is also potentially back on that market as well. I doubt he ever becomes a Mariner.
But Ben Williamson, all the Mariners fans love Ben.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I feel
Alex Bregman fits Seattle. I just don't know if Jerry DiPoto, because he seems like a big culture guy. Like, that's really big with Jerry DiPoto. He wants to get the right guys in as well. So I don't know how he fits culture-wise. However,
who's the leader in the clubhouse right now besides Naylor? Legitimately, who's the leader? Okay,
Cal.
Who's the veteran leader?
A huge step this year.
Who's the veteran leader? I'm talking JP? More than 5 years. Okay, JP. How is his production?
Not bad this year, comparatively to his to his career. I think not bad, but still, it's not Alex Bregman.
Here's my follow-up. How many playoffs appearances does he have?
Not many.
Two.
get me somebody that third base like Bregman, who's going to have playoff experience, a lot of it. He has also played for more than just one team now in different organizations, so he has a little bit of diversity. We did this with Justin Turner, and I loved him on the team, and he was productive. We didn't bring him back, and even he was like, why the hell didn't you guys bring me back? I'd love to play first base for you, but we just didn't do it.
Yeah.
Right now, okay, it seems great, but could this have been a better lineup with him right now? I think so. I would have chose him over Garver for DH.
I will definitely side with you on wanting him. I try and go at it as an unbiased perspective and just kind of try and play the will Jerry do this card. And I just don't know if Jerry values him in the clubhouse because of, prior, history with,
I think he does.
I think he does. And maybe he does. Maybe he does.
I think he does. I don't think there's money. I don't think he's not going to get any money. I think there's not going to be any money to spend. If we were to retain Jorge and Naylor, way that they're gonna.
No, you
they're
don't get
going
both.
To.
If they get Jorge, all those big names above 15 million are off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guarantee you, Jorge's working himself towards 18 to 20. Especially with how he's playing this postseason, that's elevating. I understand. David Freese had a good postseason once upon a time. He didn't get paid like that. However, considering the year he just came off of and the postseason, you put it all together. Yeah, he's lined up for a pretty good paycheck moving forward. And you would have to choose if you want that. And do you go all in on Cole Young being your second baseman with Ryan Bliss and a couple other guys filtering in the infield, maybe even pushing some to the outfield, bringing Mastrobuoni back to kind of be the new Dylan Moore, or Ryan Bliss even being the new Dylan Moore. So it's interesting. You can go a couple ways, but I think Polanco, with the year he came back off of, I think financially they're restricted on that.
They don't have to be.
You're telling me for 20 plus, 30 plus years now, you're telling me they don't have to.
Stan's making some extra money on playoff tickets, so hopefully.
Oh, it's insane. I don't know. I don't.
I'm wondering,
is my video up yet? I don't even know if it's up. I'm still looking. No, it's still 36%. I made this file way too big. So I talked about that because my title of it is the fact that World Series tickets are going for $28,000 a seat. It's resale. I get it, but it's fucking ridiculous and unacceptable. That's the greediest fucking people I've ever met in my life. And they're 200 level. They're not like right behind home plate. Yeah, they're terrace club. They're terrace club. It's $8,000 to sit behind the visiting team's dugout. Like per ticket. This is unacceptable. And I said it in there. They should be ashamed of that. And I mean, whoever's watching this, you can go ahead and check that out when it comes up. But like there is, even if it's not that much money, obviously these are resale, but $800 a ticket, let's say that's an average, because there's plenty right behind home plate that are
10,000, 30,000 plus.
I mean, from the stadium, they're probably selling for $5,000. I mean, $5,000 a ticket is probably right for Diamond Club, right? That's probably ish, because it's like $1,500 for Diamond Club per ticket, a normal regular season.
Yeah, normal season. Yeah, so
World Series 5,000 would be probably a market value if we want to talk about it for all the rich people, which is plenty in Seattle.
If you have season tickets and you had that access, yeah, you're probably looking at.
So let's say the average for a World Series, if we were even to go, average for a World Series guaranteed 2 games, $800 a ticket. There's 40,000 seats. You telling me you can't afford 3 of these guys? You can't afford these 3? I'm pretty sure just the playoffs alone will cover the 3, and then the rest of the season we'll be able to afford it. And plus, you don't have to worry about arbitration because Garver's going to cover it. Haniger's payroll falls off. Those 2 will cover arbitration. Maybe also Demo, because I don't know if we still have to pay for that. I think we do.
I think he's. This was the end of his. This is the last year of his contract. So
this was the last year of his contract. So okay, so he's off.
Yeah. He's off payroll.
Yeah, and so arbitration's taken care of. You're telling me that this playoff movement, all that money, can't afford like the guys that we need. I don't believe that. And besides, 2023 when we had the All-Star game, we broke the record for most income. Like we were top 2 as far as attendance and profits for a baseball team. And what did we do in 2024? Nah. 2025, didn't spend any money again. We're trading people. And it's just like there's a greed factor that really sucks. And I know we don't want to talk about next season, but I also want to be prepared for it. Like I want to have the mindset of like, let's get excited for now, because the reality is this team made him richer.
We're going to be good for a
not
while.
Get these guys. Yeah, we should.
Yeah. Well, and to your point, I'm wondering if Root Sports played any factor. I know that was kind of a financial burden on Stanton and company. I don't know how much of a burden being
Stan built T-Mobile. He knows what he's doing.
I would hope so.
It was a financial decision. Yes, it was probably a burden for 2 or 3 years. Yeah. MLB is going to bail him out, and he's going to make money from this.
So now I'm hoping with that money, he's like, okay, we can move forward financial. I don't know. Maybe.
What does this look like for the fans? Probably not great. It's probably going to be more expensive. They're probably going to have to spend more money to watch the Mariners play. Is that fun? No.
And it sucks because Seattle is a rich town now. It's not cheap to live there. It's not cheap to just be there and stay.
Yeah, try to afford a family of 3. You're the only breadwinner in the family.
That's why I live in Arizona.
I might join you soon.
I might move back. That's where I was.
Yeah. Come on down. Weather's fine.
Yeah, weather's been pretty good up here too. It's just not today's game. So I don't know. It's Scherzer has not really been somebody on my radar that I would consider to be a threat. Although I can eat my words real quick.
You have to honor Mad Max. His history. You gotta honor his history. You have to pay respect.
Nah, I don't. It's been what 47 years that he's been playing. His stamina is lower. There's plenty of people that can hit off of him. He's had trouble locating. He is historic. He's a grinder. He is a beast, and he'll go out there and do everything he can to win the game. And he'll tell his manager to fuck off. I'm not coming out of this game. And that's what we can expect. All right, that's fine. Keep him in there, but they need to be ready to be able to hit his stuff. They've seen his stuff a lot, and it's been studied a lot. So be prepared for that pitch that you can handle and look for it.
Do you think because of that he's going to be throwing a lot of pitches and just nibbling around the zone, or you think he's going to go right at him like he's going to go
right at him? He's going to go right at him because Seattle notoriously can't handle it. They can't.
That scares me.
Look at Shane Bieber. He went right after them. He was pitching around them in the very beginning, and then
he lost.
And he started going after him, and then it shut us down. So it's just
what adjustments are you going to make? And it's a chess match right now, and you gotta have that strategy going into the game and being able to reference it, throughout the game, make the changes, pitch to pitch. It's got to be pitch to pitch at this point.
So starting out tomorrow, The Rock versus Scherzer, who wins between those two? Because we're gonna go starting pitcher, lineups, bullpen. Like, how do you give me your guys' thoughts?
You're saying inning for inning, who's going more
overall
innings, more strikeouts?
Performance. That's what I want to hear.
Okay, if we're going to say this, I'm going to say based off the previous games and the momentum that they're bringing into this, The Rock should win.
Agree. So 4 runs, Scherzer, 3 runs, 2 runs, maybe The Rock. 5 to 6 innings.
Two of he's on his edge, and I see Scherzer giving up 4.
Yeah,
but
I think 4 on Scherzer going 6 innings tops.
And Luis Castillo, not only in postseason but at home, he's been obviously much better. So I think that might play a factor in as well. I would go a La Piedra at this one, and I'd say 5 or 6 innings and 1 or 2 runs.
That's what should happen.
That's what should happen, right? I love this. I love this damn game. So I'm gonna knock on wood, and this is why we do podcasting. But we should save it for the end of the season, apparently, because fuck. But
okay, so
that's the thing.
Starting pitchers finish. 6th inning. Bullpen comes in. Who wins that? This seems easy to me.
Yeah. I like the Mariners setup. I like the Mariners setup, especially if he can get through 6 and you got 7, 8, 9, and you know which 3 guys are coming in. I like their setup.
However, which 3 guys are going in?
You got Spire, Brash, and Mooney. That's the diamond three that's been working lately. I would imagine they go with that or
swap them. I don't want Spire. Give me a Brizardo.
Bizzardo?
Yeah, fine.
Bizzardo's fine. Yeah.
Spire's been scaring the shit out of me. Okay. I'm still scarred from game 5. Okay. I was there, comes in, first pitch, Kerry Bonds. I'm like, God damn it. Like
Kerry Carpenter.
Yeah, had to do it.
Yeah,
so,
it's Kerry Carpenter.
Yeah, I understand the last game he did good, but and more I wanted to touch on the starting pitchers. What just for the last bit, there always is that chance that they Dodger the shit out of you. If we just watch the last 2 games for the Dodgers, where magically they're struggling 2 starters that they threw out there because there was like less risk. It's not do or die. Had the greatest games of their entire career. So could Max Scherzer be like, this is my farewell. Here's 9 innings, 17 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 run. You know,
hey,
could it happen?
If it's anything like Tarek Skubal, we'll take it because those games apparently we end up on top.
Fair enough. Well, just need Polo to hit 2 home runs in a game.
I don't know how, but I guess when you take him out after 6 innings,
I want to get. I think we win the game if he's out in 4.
Yes, I agree.
Varland is going to strike out a lot of guys, but I think he would give up. If depending on how many innings is in there, he's going to give up a home run. Yeah, it seems to be his trend. He can K people, but he'll make 1 mistake almost every time.
And you're right. Like Scherzer, this is last year his contract. This could be
farewell
his last game.
This could be it.
Starting.
So how does he want to be remembered? Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, he's gonna tell Schneider, like, get off my mound. Yeah. This is my mound.
A guy like Mad Max, you don't need to give him any more incentive to try and ball out. So he does have that in his back pocket, or at least he has that on his side. But I do like Luis Castillo at home. Like, if there's anything that I do like in this matchup, it is Luis Castillo at home.
Fans need to bring it. I mean, they need to be louder than what they were today. They got quiet when for a reason. But
I also wanted to call out too. I saw a lot of fans, leaving in the 6th and 7th inning. Like, I saw a lot of empty seats compared to what we saw. Now, granted, I get it. It's a Wednesday night. We got work or whatever. But I mean, this is potentially the last couple of games of the year. This may have been some people's only ticket to a postseason game.
How much money did you spend for that ticket? You're going to get up and leave.
Minimum.
You fucking idiots.
Stay for the game.
That's like going to dinner at Chef Ramsay and you're paying $700 for your meal and you're like, I had the fries. I'm going to leave.
Steak was a medium rare.
Steak on the table.
Like, what is wrong with it? Even if it's, I wanted well done and this is medium rare. Eat it. Eat it because you paid for it. Like, I don't know.
I was a little I was a little disappointed in that because if I would have had those seats, I'm not fucking leaving.
We're not fucking leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not.
Might as well win the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm not leaving. Also, I don't care if it's 20-1, 20-0. I pay way too much money, and I'm gonna enjoy this to whatever I can, or stay for just anything cool to happen. You just never know when memorable moments are made.
And there was two back-to-back home runs.
2 back-to-back home runs. Harry Ford
2 home runs back-to-back, I should say, not 2 back-to-back. Sorry, it's fucking my brain doesn't work. So
but yeah, the Harry Ford hit too. Like, I mean, there was some stuff to see. I don't just it feels kind of fair weather at that point. And if you're taking that as a call out, I am calling you out. Don't leave. Stay for the game. Have another beer and enjoy the game that you paid for.
Granted, they do stop serving after the 7th, so yeah.
Double fist and party till the 9th. You know what I mean? They
should bring out. I never see like trays anymore. Like, nobody has trays of beer. Like, I went there and asked for a tray. Like, we don't have any. I'm like, kind of.
Yeah, I think
it's weird.
I think that probably caused a disaster at a couple games. I don't know. Just guessing here. There might have been a couple fights at a Dodger game that I can remember not too long ago.
It's because they're Dodgers. They're there.
Hey, listen,
Dodger fans and Yankee fans. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was a Dodger fan. I think there was a death at a Giants game, Giants Dodgers, and yeah, I think that was part of the reason is why they made some changes. But yeah, it only takes one instance for it to change like that.
In San Francisco, there was a death.
Yeah, there was. It was actually one of my really good friends. It was his friend. There, unfortunately, it was not a very good circumstance, and this was like I think it was 2011, 2012. But since then, that's when they started implementing stricter rules, and they just kept getting stricter.
Like, I mean, it was this last year that you had a guy in the Pirates Stadium jump off the fucking railing and land in the outfield. So and he's too drunk and 20 years old. So clearly, like, it don't matter. I don't know. That was like the 5th inning, but like,
oh yeah,
it was like
all you can do is mitigate it, right? Like that's all you can do.
There's a lot of remorse for him, and I mean, yeah, that sucks for the guy. But dude, like, you're 20 years old and your friends are allowing you to drink that much in front of a railing to where you get so excited you jump off the 30 feet. Like, that,
Rest in peace.
I don't know. He's alive.
Oh, is he okay?
Yeah, I didn't die. God damn, dude.
So you didn't.
That's great.
You didn't finish your.
Let's
story.
move on to the line.
No, he's not dead, but like it's just stupidity like that. I'm trying. I don't know, hold my beer, man. Like I want my beer, and I'm not gonna jump off the balcony. Like that's Pittsburgh, though. I mean, I would have jumped off too. So the lineup you said
pretty legit though. I like
that's beautiful.
If you guys ever been there.
And I'm a big fan of Pittsburgh in general. They got a cool downtown. They got a cool area.
Caution tape yellow bridge. Yeah.
Well, sign me up for Manny Brothers sandwich. Little French fries on it. Yeah. It's good stuff.
I wouldn't mind traveling there. Yeah, as far as the I don't know, move it tomorrow. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully they change up the lineup again. I would love to see Harry jump in 4-can zone to give him like a day to recoup. And that's the biggest issue with the Mariners is that they give way too much leniency and they take away that incentive to like work harder and fix it because it's like it's been 6 months. It's been 6 months all the time. And you're
it's indicative of the season too. Dylan Moore was struggling for I don't know how long before we were like, oh, maybe we should probably move on. Donovan Solano, same thing.
Yeah.
And it's like
early August on Dylan Moore.
At the time, we had Rowdy Tellez, who was second in home runs, and at least he provides something. Because of him, you took 2 games out of 3 against Toronto in Toronto. And they hadn't quite caught fire yet, but you let him go, but you kept Donovan Solano for what reason? You kept Dylan Moore for what reason? I love Dylan Moore. If you have a roster spot for him, awesome. However, he wasn't helping you, and he was over like the century to end his tenure with the Mariners. And then of course he goes to Texas and hits, and he finds a bat on the ball somewhere. I think he was batting over 300 to finish the season. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pulling those out of my ass, but I know he was hitting well to finish the season with Texas.
It feels like everybody hits better when they leave Seattle, which is wild. It's just always takes too long, and maybe there's a level of realization being that this is so pressing that maybe we make some switches here and there. And I know that the bench is really short though right now. Like it's Ford, Garver, Rayleigh. Is that it? On Rivas. So is it 4?
Ford, Garver.
No,
Rayleigh didn't make the ALCS roster.
Okay, so 3.
Mastroboni's the other one.
Oh, Mastroboni. Okay, so there's 4. I haven't seen Mastroboni, but I also didn't.
He came in for Naylor the other day because Naylor wasn't. He was hurting. Being precautious
for his ankle.
Monday. For his ankle.
We were up way too much anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like it was a perfect time to bring in Mastroboni.
Do you guys want to hear the 2 top hitters versus Max Scherzer?
Give it.
We have Jorge Polanco, 348 average, 23 at-bats. He has a couple home runs off him. And guess the number 2 best hitter versus Scherzer.
JP.
Nope.
Fuck. Give me Gino.
Nope.
Damn.
Mitch Garver. 368 average, 1.049 OPS.
Hammer.
1980.
0.5 hits, Mitch Garver. Hammer.
So is he must
Mitch
be DH.
Garver tomorrow.
You have to, right?
You might see Mitch Garver, yeah.
You have to. You have to put the best average. Like whoever is. You have to.
So Harry Ford's
out
the
window
window
matchups.
now.
That's a little that should be the route you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
So everything we just said the last 55 minutes.
That's all we
Garver.
need.
Garver day.
It.
Could it be Garver day?
How was Naylor? How was Naylor against him?
Let's see here. Keep talking though.
I am
Oh, don't worry, your keyboard talks for itself.
It's loud. Sorry, I didn't give enough time. He's doing okay. No, actually not good. 204 average. 495.
You're such a Mariners fan. You saw 204 and you're like, that's not
he's not bad.
That's bad. Like I have to remind myself. That's not league average. That's Mariner average.
I saw slugging percentage first.
Oh wait, 375.
Yeah, it's not good.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, if they can just beat him out, if they can be selective and wait him out or try to get him out in the fourth, like if they can aim to get like 25 pitches per inning.
Can we actually have a game where we see patient hitters, like not swinging at balls?
Now with Randy, he swings at first pitch
now
almost
with
every
Julio.
time.
Julio swings at everything that's off speed on the outside of the plate.
You just have to throw a slider and he'll miss it, and then throw him a fastball inside.
What sucks is he has his games, he has his moments that he shows that resiliency or just that just that heads up. Okay, the slider's away. It's 1-2, it's 0-2, it's 2-2. They're coming with that pitch. There are games and there are glimpses, and I'm just hoping he buys into that at some point. Because that we're seeing him bite on those sliders away.
I think he's gonna ride the home run today in his performance. I think he's gonna bring that into the next game. That's just kind of how he is. He's very streaky. So like when he does something good, he starts to carry that as he goes, and that's basically what he's been doing this entire series. He's just kind of finally got his hit, and then he's been rolling with it, and he was pumped up, and I'm pretty sure the score is not going to affect him personally because he's like, I did my part. It's when he doesn't perform, he really just just crashes down.
Yeah, I really feel like tomorrow we're going to get both starters out of the game. We're down 2-4. I think it's going to be something like that, where I feel like Castillo does his job. He gets us through like 5, maybe 6.5 innings, 6 1/3, and then goes to the bullpen, and our bullpens is lights out, and we take it the rest of the way. Our hitters come to play. Rosarina, late game home run to tie it, extra innings.
I'm gonna say Garver does it.
Based off the stats.
Just because then people are gonna be like, oh my god, like we're all wrong about you. Oh my gosh, re-sign him.
But are we facing a lefty though? Like that's Garver facing a righty though.
And he did hit that triple off of Fluharty, or however you pronounce his last name. It was
Fluharty.
Garver, Fluharty. However you pronounce his last name.
French. It's French Canadian.
Of course, Montreal's that.
I want to say Flaherty every time I see it, but
yeah, I know. It's I don't know. It's one of those shit. It's just it's going to be a shit sandwich for the series, and what I mean by that is that the first game was close. Second game was a blowout on our end. Today was a blowout on their end. So that top piece of bread's going to be a close game probably tomorrow. And then whatever the topper is going to be the pickle or olive, and depends who's the olive and who's the pickle. The
Tiger series was no different. It was the exact same. Like we hammered them one game. They hammered us one game, came back, and it was a 15-inning thriller. So yeah, I also expect kind of that shit sandwich as you're talking about.
Heart attack. It was a
heart attack for the next, and they're just going to roll it out for 3 straight games, finish out the series like that.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's it's so hard to decide what's going to happen. I mean, I don't even like projecting because it's like, oh my God, am I going to jinx them? I'm not wearing this hat tomorrow, I can tell you that. But, or this jersey. This is a 2021 jersey. That was a bad idea. So
it's Fugazi. Woo.
yeah. It's a Kikuchi All-Star. Should just wear a can.
Oh, you said that's Kikuchi? I love that.
Yeah, that's Kikuchi's All-Star uniform when in Colorado in 21.
I love that.
So
yeah,
it's like let's bring back a dead soul and who can't work out and with the Angels organization because they don't fix the AC. Hey, again, you guys should watch our video that I posted. I went over a bunch of topics and stuff in this last video. If you guys want to check that out, it's fucking crazy. Bad organizations, stuff that's happening with the Padres. Unfortunately, as I am a Padres fan, but I mean, just be happy we're not any of those organizations. Like, yeah, we cry poor with Stanton and player contracts, but at least our guys have AC inside their clubhouse, and like they're not like, at least we're not paying a third baseman that hasn't played 90 games in the last 2 seasons like $260 million. You know, like, do we have some positives?
And
but now
he doesn't even like baseball. He said
no, he doesn't. It's just a job. Yeah. Which I would love it if that was just a job for me. I was like, I just happen to be an MVP.
I'll trade you jobs. I'll play baseball. You sell software.
Yeah.
I'll
take your money too. You know,
I'll just
change that.
How about this? Just give me the money and I'll give you my salary and then we're good to go. Because he's working less than me at this point. So there are other organizations that are going through a lot worse than we are. I mean, Padres now need to find a new manager along with 8 other teams. The Mariners are in a good spot. I don't want to take away from them, but it is like really unruly and feels very uneasy when you come home and they beat you 13-4. Like, that's rough. You should never be near 10 run in your own house during a championship series. And
especially when the fans actually brought it. I mean, granted, it was 3 to 5 innings of it, and obviously
Kirby didn't have it. That's the bottom
didn't
line.
have it, and Kirby didn't. The stadium's going to be depleted. Also, you have a ton of Toronto fans coming down from Vancouver anyway, so we knew that was going to happen because this is not new to us. We're aware that Vancouver is right up the road.
Yeah,
and you're going to get this for 3 straight games. Now that there's a guaranteed game 5, you're going to get this for 3 straight games.
Yep.
So if there's any call outs to fans, it's bring it back for the next 2 games.
You know, I am actually kind of happy there's a game 5 because I want to see Woo. I want to see
Woo too.
I want to see that beautiful little Asian man get on the mound so elegantly. Just smoothly throw a 101 mile an hour fastball and just say my elbow's fine and we'll win a game. That's what I want to see.
And the peck. We need this guy. We need this guy just to be okay.
It is full functioning titties. That's what we need.
Exactly. I think he's been fine since game 1. I think they were just being precautious and rolling with whatever rotation. I don't know. I wouldn't have gone Gilbert in that second game because it was so close to Friday. I would have, if Woo's back healthy, I would have gone Woo game 2. However, I'm not complaining. It was a win.
Well, that's the thing. That's our 2 main guys that are not having a good performance, and our pitching has not been good, and we managed to have a second win. That's because our offense woke up. So it's amazing if the bats just wake up. We don't need our pitching to do anything. They don't even have to show up.
Do you guys believe in a team blowing their load on just scoring too many runs? Have you guys? I mean, Gavin, you played college ball. Chad,
I just want you to say that again. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Do you believe in a team blowing their load?
Blowing their load in the first inning. That's yes.
Like a pregame thing? Is that what you mean?
No, during the game, like
during
offensively,
like in the dugout, like in the dugout,
in the corner.
Okay. In the corner, they found a
clubhouse on the AC unit.
The socks are very, very, very sticky.
So it's a sticky game.
But Gav,
that's what spider tack is.
Gav, give me your thoughts on that. Like, I want to hear like a team. Yeah. Maybe you've pitched in your lifetime multiple different teams. Like a team that's gone out for multiple games in a series, and first game came out hot, and then after that,
I'll give 2 quick examples. When I played and then when I coached. When I played at New Mexico Highlands, obviously, we're in the Rocky Mountains. We're 7,000 feet up, ball flies. There was a game we played against Regis, and they had Steven Brault at the time. The guy was incredible at the Division II level, and then played for the Pirates for X amount of years. The guy was a better hitter than he was a pitcher, if you can believe that. But their team went and teed us off for 15 runs, and we lost 15-1. Very next game, they had all this confidence going into the game. However, they had no game plan, and we started a submarine pitcher against them, and they couldn't touch it, and we ended up winning. And then as a coach, fast forward to as a coach, which when I was at Barton College, small Division II in North Carolina, we played Belmont Abbey, also small Division II, where Emilio Pagan went. If you guys are familiar, and anybody out there listening,
I want him on our team.
Yeah, I wanted him too.
He wants to be a Red still, apparently.
But he doesn't. But we were playing Belmont Abbey, and it was a 4-game set. We played 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. Everybody goes home. Friday night, we got just the absolute cakes beaten. It was I want to say it was 18-1, 18-2, something like that. So they came off smiling. We were friends with, a couple of those guys are actually from the Northwest. Kyle Rogers, if you're familiar with Kyle Rogers, he was, involved in that situation and everything. So, we dapped him up. We're definitely frustrated and pissed, to say the least. Went back to the drawing board, found out some game plans, knew who they were going to start, watched film, on their pitchers and everything, talked with our hitters, talked with our pitchers about how we can game plan to, attack them once we've seen that game. And then, we took 3 straight right after that. And we put up 10 runs in all three of those games. So yes, to your point, you can blow your load, and it all kind of goes with cockiness. It's that confidence versus cockiness factor, where you get too confident that you become cocky and you don't actually game plan. You just think that you're going to win, versus having the confidence and also coming with a game plan.
That might be what we just did, though. Too cocky.
Next question. Do you believe in this managerial staff to do what they've done the last couple games, the last month of baseball, to do just what you're talking about with your previous coaching staffs? Do you trust in that to happen? Like being on the winning end tomorrow?
I do. I think if we've had somebody that has found a way to win in tough situations, Dan has actually kind of done that fairly well. And the hitting has been so much better now that we've had Seitzer and Edgar Martinez together. I know Edgar's been a part of the crew for years, but having those two together, game planning together, having them all together, for some reason they're able to kind of master the plan and kind of go and figure out a way to win in the times that you need to win. So all signs point to yes, but this is a new chapter that we've never seen as Mariners fans. This is a new chapter that even Dan Wilson as a Mariner, has never been here as a player, even though he made it to the ALCS. They never made it this far. They never made it to 2+ wins. So this is new. This is new for everybody in the organization. So yeah, anything can happen. Do I trust them? Yeah, absolutely I do. Chad, what about you? Chad's Celestial.
Which one?
I know we got 2 Chads.
Which one? Which one? I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't personally think that Dan has done a great job managerial style. I think he's learned from his mistakes though over this past season.
Yes.
Kind of. He still does repeat things, thinking that like maybe it'll work out this time. And most of it is relief pitching, knowing when to take somebody out, knowing when to leave somebody in, knowing when to pitch hit the right guy. Like he's made some good calls like that, basically burning Canzone to throw in Rivas so that he can face the pitcher after they did the swap. Okay, great strategy. Way to fool him. Way to like kind of sacrifice a guy so you can go in there and get a hit. And now it worked out great because he had a double. But then there's also other times where he's left guys in there for way too long. thinking that they can pull through. He's done that with Kirby multiple times. And I don't know if today would be a good example because they blew him out of the water so much. It's like, yeah, might as well get your reps in and not burn our bullpen. But there's been other times where it's like, he should have pulled him and they didn't. Specifically, I believe it was a postseason game. It was the one he was going to face Kerry Carpenter. And Kerry's been so great. And he's had 4 hits. All 4 hits were home runs in his entire career. 5th one, home run again. And he should have pulled him and put Gabe Spire in, but he didn't. A lefty against a lefty. It just didn't make any sense. It's like simple stuff like that where it's like 2020 hindsight, but like even from the beginning, it's like, what are you like? Why are you still in? Like, do not give him that opportunity. And so I think it's like 50-50 whether or not they're going to make the right choice because things have really worked out. Like bringing in Vargas before was fine. Not today. Not the other days that I've seen where he's had 22 ERA. Like it's just it's very much a roll of the dice of whether or not those guys are on because we've also seen Bizardo blow a game.
Bizardo's lights out though. He
like
him a lot. He's come a long way.
I love him. Yeah. I love him. I think he is our, I would say our number 2 bullpen guy right behind Munoz. Brash has had more issues than Bizardo has, but that's a very fraction of a difference. So don't think that I'm trying to like
on them.
Yeah, I flip a coin on him, but like I would rather take Bizardo right now as far as locating because I've been seeing the way Brash has been throwing. His release point is all over the place, but granted, it can work depending on the batter because he's throwing so hard they're not able to like read it, and it's so random in different areas. He goes out, he goes in, he goes high, he goes low, he goes out, he goes out, he goes out, he goes in, he goes high, he goes high, he goes low. It's just like he's all over the place, and sometimes on accident. But on accident, he does throw it right down the cock, and that's where he gets burned. Bizardo, like it's well placed balls, but they just hit him. So it's really a coin toss for me whether or not I would consider it like being prepared for the next game managerial wise. I think the first 2 games were strictly the offense was just doing their job. When the offense does their job, it's very much easier. It's way easier for a manager to make decisions and then move stuff because you have that breathing room. And there's just like it's really up in the air because I really have not seen Scherzer against the Mariners. It has to be a long time. I don't remember ever seeing him, but I know he has.
Texas Ranger 3 years ago.
I think that was the last time. I don't even remember that game, whenever that was, though. Like, it has to be that because he's been injured so much. But then I would look up his stats. I don't know how he's doing this year. I know it's a small sample size.
He hasn't been good. His last, like, when coming, he's been a little injured.
17 starts, 85 innings, a 5 ERA. Yeah, it's let's see, 82 strikeouts over 85 innings.
What was his ERA?
Walks, 5.19. So yeah, it wasn't very good. And
if we can get 5.
2024, 2023, he was with Texas, so we saw him as early or as late, however you're kind of framing that up. We saw him as close as 2024 when he had 9 starts with Texas, and then 8 starts in 2023.
Yeah, it's just he's at the end of his ropes. I mean, the fact that he has 17 games is
he's 40. He's
pretty
40 years old. The guy's done more than he can do than anybody can do.
I would love to see him postseason Kershaw this and just blow it.
Need it.
That'd be great.
Well, according to Gemini, I love using it. It's my favorite thing. Just a little quick tool on just projection player tomorrow. Scherzer projecting 4 to 5 innings, 2 to 4 runs.
Gemini is either listening to me right now, or it's listening to this live feed, or
it's plugged in. It's plugged in my laptop.
That's exactly what I just said.
We are the source for Gemini in this circumstance.
Yeah, it's like 3, and that was my guess. And 4 innings, 5 innings, that would be if we could do it 4, I think we have a good chance.
Schneider has to have a short leash tomorrow. He's going to have somebody come in. Who's that guy on the back end, though?
It's definitely not Rodriguez because he is all over the place. He has nearly fucked it up 3 times already this series.
Two back-to-back bombs. Like the guys are seeing him well. I don't.
Who was their first starter?
They had Gosman.
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 No.
There you go. Yeah. Their second starter, the rookie.
For Trey Savage. I don't know if they would do that.
I don't think they go to him.
Too short of rest.
Too short of a rest.
We're not going to see the same starters again.
No.
Not in game 4.
They don't have the luxury we do.
Well, I don't know if you call that 13 bullpen guys is a luxury, but yeah.
Yeah. F&A, man. You know what? This is what I love about baseball. Tomorrow's a new day.
I do worry about Bassett and Barrios.
Yeah, Barrios is a chip on his shoulder, apparently, with Cal Raleigh and just our team. So I know he's gonna have that chip on his shoulder come that game.
I think that's how it's gonna go. I don't have any insight on this, but I have just a feeling based on how much they've pitched. I feel like it's gonna be Scherzer, Bassett, and then Barrios, and then I don't think they're gonna throw Varland out there because it's been too recent again.
But I mean, he had a day rest, and he's a bullpen guy. You can probably see him tomorrow. Maybe go 2 innings.
Maybe.
I think if you're looking at Game 7, if that's kind of how you were projecting it, I think there's a chance you see Gosman again. Like he did.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But no, I mean tomorrow's game. I'm saying I think there's a level of desperation in Game 4 to win this game that they're gonna not only throw Scherzer out there, but they're also gonna show the guys that were most effective against the Mariners so far.
Fair, yeah.
Bassett was amazing against us. I don't know why they didn't just leave him in there. I'm assuming because they're trying to save him for a start. And then Barrios, there's that history there. I don't see why they don't use him. If they can do that and then get him to the 8th and then throw in Hoffman if they're up, 8-9.
I'd welcome that.
Yeah, honestly,
but 8-9 might be hard to come back.
Their bullpen's
not good.
I'm not.
But that would be the best they could throw. That is the best they can throw if Scherzer's starting.
Agree.
Yeah, that would kind of how you can piece together the rest of that game, especially if you're banking on 4 or 5 innings. Then that's how you can kind of
has to be. I would love it if they can just maintain.
I'd love it to be correct, because again, you just don't know what kind of Mad Max you're going to get in this type of situation. Yeah. And I have nothing but respect for the guy. I've loved watching him over his career. So whatever he goes and does tomorrow, hats off to him if this is his last game and everything. But I would love to be correct in saying that it would be 4 or 5 innings, and that we can actually touch up their bullpen and start working in that direction.
Any final thoughts?
Love to see Rosarina continue what he finished with today. Love to see The Rock did what he did last start, go 6 innings, maybe 2 runs. Sounds good. Handing off to the bullpen. Love the bullpen to be lights out.
Final thoughts
for ideal situation.
Final thoughts for me are I hope Julio kind of capitalizes on this and just has a hot streak for a little bit.
Gosh,
because he does have the capability to have a hot streak. I'm just hoping he finally, this is his moment and he capitalizes on it. Other than that, if we're not going to bank on that, or if that doesn't happen, guys like Gino being able to just do one thing, go 1 for 4 with a home run, and hopefully guys are on base.
I need Gino to have a Vladdy day. Vladdy's been dead in the water. Just give me 1 day of that kind of production, and I think the rest of the team will kind of rally around that. I think.
Love
it.
Go Mariners.
Go Mariners, baby.
Go M's. All right. Well, thank you all for watching this live stream for the post game. Unfortunately, it wasn't exactly what we wanted as M's fans. If you're a Blue Jays fan, hey, good for you guys. You treated us like the Yankees and spanked our ass. And just. I guess you blew your load before the game or something like that. So again, appreciate you guys showing up. Thank you guys for coming on. Maybe we can do this again. I don't know how many podcasts you guys are doing, but if you guys want, we can jump on and figure this out. Hopefully we have a couple weeks worth of baseball left. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Wrapping this bad boy up. Hopefully with a dog pile in Seattle.
Okay. Dog pile. It's God, nobody gets hurt, hopefully. Jeez.
Someone will.
Someone will. Yeah. Okay. Well, we will catch all of you guys later. Enjoy the NLDS. I guess that's going to be tomorrow as well. So, or NLCS. We'll see who wins that. I'm rooting for the Brewers. I'd rather play them.
Same.
All right, guys. We'll see you. Of course, this whole thing doesn't want to work. Nope, not going to work. All right, well, we can go ahead and leave.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Chad, thank you. Really
See you guys.
having us on.
All right.